This is Deductor, continuing the Unicorn Overlord playthrough. In the last episode, we defeated Hilda, but did not recruit her. So let's see what's up with all these people that we've liberated. Liberation Soldier. We've been taking a close look at everyone who comes and goes, and anyone showing signs of illness gets turned away. No questions asked. Yeah, this place had the plague. Let's see if we can fix him up. Nope, we're missing the unsullied timber.
You won't find finer weapons in all of Drakenhold.
What do we got here? We've got Gravekeeper's Boots. Activates after an ally is defeated by an attack. Grants the user +1 AP. Not exactly what I would want to use. But it does have a poison immunity. Deathflow immunity is like instant kill. There are very few instant kills in the game, so I wouldn't worry about that. Liberator's Bracelet, Banishing Pursuit. Activates after an ally attacks. Follow-up attack a single enemy, removes all of target's buffs. That could be good in certain situations, but it's very conditional. And for 10,000, I don't know that's what I want to spend my money on. More replica swords. I will not buy those replica swords. Old Woman. Even though the liberation's taken over, the town's still sealed off like always. Though a priestess named Scarlet managed to get a list of names of the people still under quarantine. And my son's on that list, alive and kicking. I've never been this happy in all my life. Minor. Maybe the Zonorans weren't so bad after all. Not that I'm mad at you for freeing us, of course. Minor. Me and my pal here worked the mines, but it's been hard to keep things going, what with all the battles taking place. Yeah, that's fair. Liberation Mercenary. You know, I thought that Prince of a Fallen Kingdom stuff was just for show, but you've made a believer out of me. Sorry for ever doubting you, Your Highness. Alright, a little doubt. Sounds about right. Alright, so this is just another way to access Adoptee. 3 poisons. Yep. Virginia, are you ready, Elaine? And no, I'm not quite ready for the Battle of Adoptee. There is a lady here. Old minute. This old bridge finally started rotting like the rest of us. Love to get it fixed and all, but there's just one problem. I don't have the wood. Reckon 30 Dracia boards should do the trick though. Think you can scrounge that up for me? Well, I certainly don't have it. If I did have it, I wouldn't spend it here yet. I would want to fix up the towns first. That unlocks what looks like a smuggler, and smugglers, or black market, whatever it's called, those give some of the best items in the game, so it's definitely worth doing at some point. Wyvern Knight. Are you familiar with different types of classes, things like infantry or cavalry? Every class has some kind of type. Those can even play into different skill conditions or the damage one class deals to another. You can learn more from the Details tab on the character list screen if you're interested. Yep, I'm quite familiar with the class types. Wyvern Knight. Flying type enemies like me are great against cavalry. That said, we're as good as dead against archers, so keep that in mind when you're giving us orders. Yep. Wyvern Knight. Many able mercenaries have heard what you accomplished in Cornea and came here in hopes of joining your ranks. But enough about that. I myself am a Wyvern Knight, class more than capable of dealing with cavalry enemies. Care to see for yourself? Sure. Oh, they've got 2 cavalry in the front. It's kind of cute. Oh, Monica could crush it. So could Ralph. Let's have Ralph do it.
In my sights.
Oh, poor Osh. You get a magical counter. Very nice. Oh, Ralph gets hit too, but you don't get a counterattack.
How embarrassing.
Woo shot. Very nice. Virginia got stunned. They are very rude. Osh, I love how you call out flames when you're attacking. Like, you know, always announce the type of attack you're gonna do. That's how you do more damage?
Settled.
Wyvern Knight, quite the bout, sir. You did well out there. Much like our cousins, the Griffin Knights, were unfortunately quite vulnerable to archer fire. As such, you do well to keep an eye out for enemy hunters who may want to shoot us down. Okay, got some more money. And here's Hilda. Hilda, Elaine.
Is there something I can help you with, Hilda?
I wanted to thank you for seeing my wyvern back safely.
Of course. We'd been looking after it as best we were able, but I was told the worm would heed none but you.
He's as blindly loyal as I am, yes. Prim, it was all there, just as you said. Proof of their foul experiments, buried in the darkest depths of those ruins. Everything's grown quite clear to me now. Zenoira has brought this misery upon our land.
Thank you for trusting me, Hilda.
And you, say you win, and cast off the chains that bind this land. What next? What becomes of Drakenhold?
We fight on. Not only for the sake of this kingdom, but for lasting order that rings out across Fevrith.
Order, That reminds me, that army of yours is little more than a disheveled tangle of limbs. You'll need far more agile battalions if you'll have any hope of overcoming Zenoira's might. Maybe you can start with one led by a talented worm rider.
We would be lucky to have you.
If such a rider is offering to join, we would be lucky to have her. You'll make a fine addition, Hilda.
I suppose I could be persuaded then.
Hilda, it's good to be joining you, Elaine. Prim, I'm so happy, Hilda, and relieved more than anything. Hilda, just as long as you don't expect me to go easy on you, you may be my sister, but you'll have to work like all the rest. Prim, still strict as always, I see. Alright, Wyvern Knight. Wyvern Knights inflict heavy damage on enemy cavalry, and their offensive capabilities outstrip those of a Griffin Knight. Alright, so that's not entirely true, at least not at this level, that their offensive capabilities are better than the Griffin Knight. Let's just take a look at Hilda. You're a level 15 Wyvern Knight, you got an Iron Spear. Well, we can upgrade all that. That's not a problem. You have good evasion, accuracy, crit rate, so a crit type build could be good for you. I mean, good is relative, right? C crit, that's one of the higher ones we've seen, actually. Good attack and defense, physical defense, both very good. Magic defense, not so great. Initiative, pretty good, too. Fran, though, I have buffed Fran's physical attack, but her physical attack is better, and her evasion is also better. Crit rate and initiative aren't quite as good, and her physical defense is much, much worse. So if she gets hit, Fran struggles. But Hilda could actually tank like a non-archer hit or two. It's possible. Fran also has way better magical defense. That's interesting. One thing to note, Hilda is defensive and guardian, whereas Fran is keen and offensive. So Hilda's like attack is being sort of artificially nerfed in a way. But anyway, they have diving thrust, which does extra damage against cavalry, but the thing is, it attacks a single enemy. In contrast, High Swing does attacks a row of enemies, so High Swing is just objectively better. Hilda does have some nifty passives. Ground counter, counterattack a single enemy, 100 potency against cavalry, so that could be good. And then deflect, negate melee damage for a single hit, grants the user plus 20 evasion. So both of these quite solid. But yeah, Hilda's not better than Fran. In fact, Fran is like significantly better because of the AoE. However, once Hilda gets her advanced class, and we have access to advanced classes. Things can be different. Let's talk to this liberation soldier. This trade route is closed to all civilians, Your Highness, but you're still welcome to pass. Of course. Of course. Okay, let's do some upgrades. Go to the whatchamacallit, not the tavern, armor. No, not the armor. What is it called again? Enlistment. There we go. And then let's promote. Whoops, not mock battle. Promote. Okay. Class promotion. Here you can spend honors to promote a character to the advanced version of their base class. Doing so will boost their stats, allow them to learn new skills, and permanently increase their base AP and PP. Yep. So, of course, we have to first promote Elaine. It costs 50 honors. You can see the stats go up quite a bit. But it does cost 50 honor. And at least Elaine gets a horse.
Another step forth.
It's like a knight, and his stats all get a massive buff, except crit rate and magic attack, but that's okay. The next most critical person to upgrade, the game didn't explain it yet, but they get their valor skills are better. So, I'm gonna upgrade Fran because her hasten call becomes an AoE, and that's just absolutely insane.
In His Highness's honor.
She's a Griffin Master now. More hit points, more AP and PP, physical attack, physical defense, like good stuff all across the board. So many more stats that got improved that I didn't even say anything about. I mean, most of these upgrades are amazing. I'm just thinking, like, what's the next most high impact of these? Liza actually could be a pretty high impact person, but I'm gonna do it based on feeling more than anything else now. Scarlet's also a good choice. We could upgrade our OG group. Oh no, Travis, I think. We kind of have to upgrade Travis. Why did I have to upgrade Travis? I felt like there was a reason, but I don't remember. Ralph's also amazing to upgrade. Oh, so many good choices here. Alright, you know what? We have to upgrade Melly. What am I saying? And she gets 2 swords.
Pride of House Maye.
Yes. Speaking of 2 swords, I think I'm going to use Aramis next. Because I'm going to put Hilda, Prim, and Aramis together. So I'll upgrade Aramis as well to use 2 swords.
I'll not let pride cloud my judgment.
Alright, next. Ralph is like pretty much always a solid choice because he's my only archer. And archers are important.
Keep getting sharper.
He's now a sniper. Lot more accuracy, evasion, crit rate, magic defense. A little bit of physical attack and hit points. Okay. Cavalry, of course, is amazing to upgrade, like Clive, but let's do Lex and Chloe. Lex especially, look at those boosts, especially to his hit points.
Just leave it to Lex.
Lex actually looks way more impressive now. Also very cheap to upgrade him. Chloe.
Take notes, Lex.
He's a sergeant now. Yes, give Lex those orders. He likes it. Alright. Next. Well, we got plenty more we can spend. Am I gonna use Virginia soon? Possibly. I think I might upgrade Travis. There must have been a reason why I really... Oh, I know why. His plunder becomes an AoE. That's why I really want to upgrade him.
You impressed?
Yeah, he's a rogue now. He didn't get any more attack, as you can see, but a significant amount more evasion, crit, initiative, accuracy, and hit points. That's all good stuff. You can upgrade Hodrick, so you'd be a more effective tank. Maybe we should upgrade one of our healers, maybe Prim.
I think I've gotten a little better at this.
Excellent. We've still got plenty more honors. I've been saving all my honors. I mean, Leia would be a significant upgrade. It's just like having 2 weapons. So strong. Liza is also a really, really interesting upgrade. Let's do Liza then. Because she gets a great shield. She can actually go on the front line and kind of tank.
You see that, Magellan?
We've got 178 honors left. Clive and Addo are already so strong is the thing. I'm gonna upgrade Virginia. She would get a trinket.
Let's see just how strong I can get.
Not to mention her defense attack, guard rate all went up significantly. I guess we should upgrade Leia. I love the sword fighters. It's not fair if Leia's not upgraded.
Diligence pays dividends.
Okay. Well, we should probably upgrade Colm to protect Melly.
I've not reached my ceiling yet.
Seem to recall Hilda's a lot stronger when upgraded, like. But I don't want to upgrade her right away. We could just upgrade Hodrick and Yana. He looks
cruel flames of war.
Very similar to before, but he's got hit points, physical attack, physical defense, guard rate, even initiative up. We haven't used Yana in quite a while, but Yana's still she's gonna contribute a lot.
A little closer to my former strength.
Okay, excellent. And I'm out of honors. As you can see, we still need lots more honors to upgrade everyone. So better keep saving those honors. As a High Lord, Elaine can now ride his steed by pressing R. You will move more quickly through the overworld atop a steed. Look at that, he's got a horsey, armored horse. How impressive. And I'm gonna have to do a significant amount of unit reorganization, probably offline, because every upgraded character can have 4 item slots, as you can see. Now, the exact equipment you can get depends on your class. For example, Aramis, as a swordmaster, he can use 2 swords. In fact, I might need to buy some swords for him to use. He desperately needs that second sword to like buff his attack even more. So it's a big difference having that second sword. You don't get the full attack. I think you get half or something like that, if I recall correctly. Something like that. Yeah, so the Black Iron Sword would buff it to 47, and he has 37. So it's about half. I'm sure there's some sort of rounding there, but that's still like a ton of extra attack. Then as for Elaine, he finally gets an accessory slot, so we can put something interesting here, like for example, a lapis pendant. This is why, like, oh, it seems like we have a lot of lapis pendants. Nope. You want more lapis pendants. Just lapis pendants for everyone. Like Prim, I don't even know what to give you now. You have you don't even need that extra lapis pendant. I don't know what you should have. Maybe something like the acrobat's shoes, or maybe like a vitality talisman for now, and a, I don't know. Like eventually you'll want another lapis pendant. But for now, there's literally like nothing good for you. So anyway, I will have to go through and reorganize everyone's inventory. Virginia, you could use like gloves, gauntlets. So I'm gonna have to buy a whole bunch more gauntlets and other accessories for everyone. But it's not particularly interesting to record all that shopping. Let's do our meals and our rapport conversations. Alright, let's see. Hilda, who do you like? Like Prim, of course. Magellan and Fran, interestingly enough. Let's have you join a meal.
Looking to beat the heat, are we? Let me know what you need.
Could do a Hilda meal. She is our new recruit, so we should invite her to eat with maybe Elaine and Prim, and sort by name. Okay, so Prim, where are you? P. Can't spell. Prim likes Aramis, so we should invite Aramis, and we can invite Virginia. Prim, where did you go? There we go.
You're gonna love this.
A veritable feast.
Oh, please, have some.
As though it were made by the royal chef.
Okay, and then we need a 4-person meal. I seem to remember Joseph has a lot. We could do Joseph, Lex Holdrick. And Clive. Joseph and Clive in particular seems to be, yeah. Seems to need a lot.
Looking.
Clive, Joseph, where are you? Lex, then Holdrick.
You're gonna.
Let us sup, for the
Truly
days ahead shall be
splendid.
harsh and cold.
Joseph, the days ahead are literally burning us alive in the desert.
You want some?
Although I guess it does get cold at night in the
Feast
desert.
fit for kings.
Feel free.
Alright. Any, like, quick wins here? Gloucester... Oh, Gloucester only likes Aramis, right? I'm gonna have Renault talk to Clive. Oh, Liza, Auburn, Magellan's always a good choice. Selvi would like Elaine. Keitra, don't you have like all sorts of random people? No, it's really just Morden. Osh and Ralph haven't had a meal in quite some time. But I feel like Aubin, Liza, Magellan really is the best. Ooh, or of course, Clive Monica. I mean, Clive Monica, always good. And we'll put Addo in there.
Looking to beat the... You're gonna love this.
Shall we begin?
Truly splendid.
Go on, have some. Hum.
Simply wonderful.
Feel...
Okay. I don't know if we've actually unlocked any new conversations, so maybe I'll only do like one conversation here. Elaine and Renault. Get this out of the way. Elaine, hello there, Renault. Regarding our training earlier. Renault, Your Highness, please. You ought not make a habit of engaging me in conversation. I fear you may mistakenly be struck by a stone originally intended for me. Elaine, someone has been casting rocks at you? Renault, not yet, but many in these lands surely harbor great resentment for the deeds I've committed. Elaine, then should a stone come your way, I shall parry it, and advise the culprit to never do such things again. Nobody deserves to live under the constant threat of attack, Renault. That includes you. Renault, forgive me the impudence, Your Highness. But at times that kindness is akin to a thorn in my heart, driving itself deeper with every word. Save your sympathy for one who's worthy of it, rather than waste its blessing on a man such as I. Elaine, ever plagued by guilt, I see. Yet you, Renault, did nothing wrong. Renault, perhaps not consciously, but I can never forgive myself for the sins committed in my name. Elaine, then allow me to do so in your stead. When you stand at my side, I want you to think only of what's to come, and forget in full the wrongs of your past. Renault, why are you doing this for me, Your Highness? Elaine, as I'm certain you're aware, Zenora's magic robs its prey of their very lives. Yet those afflicted are not at fault for what transpires under evil's grasp. They too are victims, in a sense. And I refuse to abandon them as the rest of the world has. No, I wish to help. Renault, I understand, Your Highness. I shall respect those wishes in whatever manner possible. And in your presence, I shall once more serve as a knight of my people, just as I did many years ago. Yeah, he's got that, like, Renault's got that brooding guilt. We all know he's basically Angel from Buffy and Angel. That's basically who he is. Understandable. Alright, we don't have that many more conversations left. We do have a... I want to see the map again. I only have 2, Clive and Monica. I'm still saving that for some like a really good time. Oh, Regina Leia's in that town. We need to like make substantial more progress in Drakenhold to unlock the next like massive list of rapport conversations. And then we have to do... I want to do the auxiliary battle and the liberation battle. Then I want to do something in Drakenhold. Then we come back and do the Tormented Helm. Let's read some entries in the Fevriff archive. I think there's quite a few. The Champion of Order. Hilda, a wyvern knight under Zenora's employ, has been tasked with guarding the plague-ridden Omoplast region. In order to stop the spread of the disease, she mercilessly cuts down her own soldiers as they attempt to enter the town. Though Hilda's strict quarantine was met with opposition, she tightens restrictions further to avoid another tragic outbreak. When word comes of the Liberation's imminent advance, she rides to battle to protect the order she so dearly cherishes. Upon reuniting with her sister Hilda in the midst of battle, Prim suggests that Zenora was behind the spread of the plague. But Hilda refuses to believe her, stating that she will strike down anyone who dares to disturb the order she has forged. Defeated in battle, Hilda tells Elaine how to halt the spread of the plague, measures to which he readily agrees. He in turn restates Zenora's involvement in the disease's onset, and after Hilda refuses to believe the truth, orders her to lay down her arms. While working to combat the plague as a prisoner of war, Hilda realizes that Elaine was speaking the truth about Zenora's involvement in the disease's spread. She then intimates she would in fact be interested in joining the Liberation's ranks. Yes, that's right. Prim. Since losing her parents and brother to plague in the tragedy of Ompalast, she traveled the world to train as a cleric and learn the cause of disease's spread before journeying home to see her sister Hilda. Together again. In time, Hilda came to accept that Zenora was responsible for the plague, and after joining the Liberation's rank, she and Prim were reunited at last. Excellent. Hilda, a wyvern knight from the Ompalast region of Drakenhold, who was granted a position in Zenora's army and tasked with maintaining order and ensuring the tragedy which struck the region would never again repeat itself. Sister to Prim, her parents and brother died 6 years ago in the plague-induced tragedy which ravaged Ompalast. She then quit her job as a mercenary and joined Zenora, thus dedicating herself to maintaining order. In the end, she fell to the Liberation and was taken prisoner. While she refused to accept Zenora's role in the plague, Elaine agreed to safeguard her people and let her help protect the fragile peace in the region. Hilda recruited. Upon visiting the ruins Prim had mentioned, she realized Zenora was in fact responsible for the plague. Enraged, she agreed to join the Liberation's March herself. Excellent. Drakenhold locations. Fort Nomont, a fort in the Ompalast region in central Drakenhold, though it appears to be quite small. The prior lord had outfitted it with a vast tunnel system extending back into the mountains, a feature which helped fend off Zenora. It now stands an ordinary fort. Ompalast Town, a town in the Ompalast region in central Drakenhold, was blessed with plentiful natural resources and foraging sites from nearby mines, ruins, and forests. However, the town fell into decline due to the outbreak of the plague which ravaged the land. Okay, other. What else did I unlock? Maybe something about a plague. The tragedy of Ompalast. A deadly outbreak that occurred in the Ompalast region of Drakenhold when Zenora first invaded. The local lord had repelled Zenora's incursions time and again, until one day a plague spread like wildfire through the region's population. Nearly half of Ompalast's citizens perished in the outbreak, and their army collapsed, letting Zenora claim the region unimpeded. Though Zenora then brought the plague under relative control, it was never eradicated and still lingers in the land. Yeah, biological warfare, war crimes being committed left and right. That sounds about right. Wonder, maybe we should read some of these class game tips. Ooh. Okay. High Lord. After being promoted to a High Lord, Elaine brings powerful attacks to bear from atop his regal steed. High Lord's strategy can boost his allies' initiative to bring battles to a swift end. As a cavalry class, he is effective against infantry. It is good to read about our upgraded classes. Vanguard. When promoted, fighters become vanguards capable of drawing enemy attacks and protecting allies. Vanguard strategy. Can use provoke to force enemies to target them. Use a druid to weaken enemies, then draw those enemies' attacks. Interesting. Sergeant. When promoted, soldiers become sergeants who excel in providing varied support to their allies. Sergeant strategy. As Hone Spear grows stronger when the user is buffed, they pair well with Vikings who buff allies at the start of battle. Like Aubin. Viking. When promoted, Housecarls become Vikings, we don't have that yet, who excel at dealing massive damage to weaken enemies. Viking strategy. As Wide Breaker deals significant damage to debuffed foes, consider pairing them with debuff-focused shamans. Okay, we got the sword fighters. I think we know about them already. They're good against thieves and flying enemies, yeah. And they're weak to range attacks, really. And If they can't parry, they're pretty screwed. Sword Master. When promoted, sword fighters become sword masters, capable of unleashing highly damaging flurries with a high critical rate. Sword Master strategy. Meteor Slash allows them to assail enemies with a 9-hit flurry. Sergeant's buff skills can make this attack even more potent. Yes, Legionnaire. When promoted, hoplites become Legionnaires who can defend allies within a wide area. Row Protection allows them to raise the defenses of their allies in their row. Pair them with susceptible allies and raise their defense. The strategies are going to get once you have these advanced classes, the strategies start to get real intricate. Your options are like crazy broad now. Sniper. When promoted, hunters become snipers, who boast area attacks that can defeat enemies in a single volley. Sniper strategy. A row shot allows them to attack an entire row of enemies, allowing them to debilitate flying units with just one attack. Arbalists. Arbalists are proficient both at attacking with a flurry of crossbow bolts and providing support from the back row. Arbalist strategy. A welcome addition to any unit, given their offensive and healing capabilities. They can also easily inflict damage on armor foes with toxic bolt. Arbalist weakness. They struggle against classes like clerics who can heal the damage they deal and cure the afflictions they inflict. Valor skill. Smoke Bolt. Smoke Bolt prevents an enemy unit from using assists. Try using it to inhibit the hunter's range assists. Yeah, that inhibiting assists is really strong. Shield Shooter. When promoted, Arbalists become shield shooters, best suited to attacking from the front row. Shield Shooter strategy. Their powerful skill Heavy Bolt grows even stronger in the front row. Equip items that boost their defense to better their chances of survival. Yes. Rogue. When promoted, thieves become rogues, a class capable of afflicting and hindering their foes. Rogue strategy. Shadow Bite lets them blind an entire row of enemies. That skill is pretty OP. And the PP they use for evade can be recovered by using other skills. Yep. And then we got the Great Knight. When promoted, knights become Great Knights, stacking powered cavalry combatants within their units. Great Knight strategy. Their flurry attacks help them deal with thieves and other evasive foes. Have them prioritize enemy scouts and seek to act again. Radiant Knight. Yep. With their high magic defense, Radiant Knights are quite effective against witches and wizards. Radiant Knight strategies. Magic Barrier lets them negate magic attacks from caster classes, and their leader effect reduces damage taken from magic assists. Radiant Knight weaknesses. As cavalry, they are vulnerable to flying foes. Yep. They're actually surprisingly tanky against pretty much everything else. Yes, the Dark Knight. Dark Knights are high-risk axe wielders whose attacks grow stronger the less HP they have. Dark Knight strategy. Vengeful axe grows more powerful when their hit points is low. Pair them with a healing class such as a cleric to make sure they don't accidentally fall in battle. Dark Knight weaknesses. As cavalry, they are vulnerable to attacks from flying foes. Yep. Bishop. When promoted, clerics become bishops who are capable of resurrecting fallen allies. Bishop strategy. Bishop pairs well with allies who use counter skills and can raise fallen allies at the end of battle with parting resurrection. Okay, Sorceress. When promoted, witches become sorceresses capable of buffing themselves and unleashing swift magical attacks. Sorceress strategy. As Ice Coffin freezes foes and renders them unable to strike at ally weaknesses, they pair well with allies who have lower initiative. I think they get an AoE freeze, which is like incredibly powerful. Alright, Griffin Master. When promoted, Griffin Knights become Griffin Masters capable of unleashing attacks that ignore the enemy's defense. Griffin Master strategy. Fatal Dive deals damage equivalent to half of the user's hit points. This ignores the target's defense, making it useful against armored foes. You gotta be very careful of this ability, Fatal Dive, because like the description says, it deals damage equivalent to half of the user's hit points. Fran doesn't have a lot of hit points, so it doesn't do a lot. It's more of a skill to use only against armor enemies, because otherwise she does like 1 damage. At least with this, she'll do like 20 damage. But against like cavalry, Fatal Dive is not good. It doesn't do anything extra, I don't think. Alright, Valkyria. After being promoted to a Valkyria, Virginia cuts down foes with overpowering flurry attacks. Valkyria strategy. Their powerful skill Brandish can hit enemies easily due to its multiple sword swings and ignores enemy defenses. Ignoring defenses is always amazing. Ah, yes, dreadnoughts. Okay, we're not going to read about dreadnoughts since we're not going to get Amalia for some time. And that's it. Okay, well, we learned a lot today. Next episode, I'm going to do some reorganization offline, and then we'll do 2 quick battles. Quick battle, auxiliary battle, and then quick liberation battle, and then we'll see what else Drakenhose holds for us. Thank you for watching. Until next time.